Jai Gurudev, welcome to Connect with the Divine with Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda. Paramahamsa Vishwananda is an enlightened, God-realized spiritual master. His mission on earth is to open the hearts of mankind, and through his Bhakti Marga organization, he helps spiritual seekers experience and cultivate a very uniquely personal relationship with God. The Sanskrit word bhakti means love and devotion, and Bhakti Marga is the path of living and loving the divine in daily life. One way to do this is through chanting the name of God. This practice is also known as japam. Chanting is a very simple yet powerful practice that has been used for thousands of years. Ancient saints and yogis have called upon the power of chanting to help calm the mind and to attain higher states of consciousness. Many different spiritual traditions use chanting as a way to connect more intimately with the source of life itself. Chanting the Lord's name invokes His divine presence, and chanting with love helps you to realize Him within your own heart. You will notice that Paramahamsa Vishwananda is using a string of 108 prayer beads called a mala. A mala carries the vibrational energy of the divine name and helps to keep track of the repetitions. Paramahamsa Vishwananda will come online in just a few moments, and when he does, he will invite you to chant along with him for approximately 15 minutes. After the chanting is finished, he will lead everyone in a very short guided meditation to support Mother Earth. Once the meditation is finished, please sit quietly for a few moments to enjoy the effects of your japam. When Paramahamsa Vishwananda comes back online, he will give satsang by answering your spiritual questions and revealing timeless truths to help you rise above the challenges and fears of today's world. It is very rare to have such access to a living master, and it is even more special to have the opportunity to learn directly from him. We hope you enjoy your connection with the divine.
Have you ever looked into the eyes of a spiritual master? Come and experience it for yourself. Look into the eyes of real, unconditional love and let it open your heart. Paramahamsa Sri Swami Vishwananda is a God-realized master who lives in constant union with the divine. He lives at a place in the heart of Europe. It is called the home of the Divine Mother. From here, he is now giving what is called darshan online so that everyone can benefit. Darshan means divine sight, but simple words cannot do justice to the incredible experience of seeing and being seen by him. Look into the eyes of unconditional love and let it open your heart. You can now have your own experience of this divine master from wherever you are. Feel it for yourself and let love return.
Jai Gurudev. So let us chant the divine name. Again, right now we are in a time where we have to remember our ancestors. In the Hindu tradition, it's called Pitra Paksh, where during this 2 weeks' time we celebrate and show our gratitude for our ancestors. Now, of course, last time there was a question about that. It is, if we are Vaishnava, if we are following a certain path, if it is the same, we have to. No, it is not that we have to, but we have to have gratitude for that. So, due to that gratitude, let us offer our prayer, chanting of the divine names to our ancestors, to be grateful, you see, because you're born into this family, into this tradition, into this lineage, to finish certain things, So a certain amount of gratitude is very important into that. So let us ask Sriman Narayana to bless all the souls from that family, and also to, because you have become devotee, by your blessing and the blessing of the Lord Himself, they also can profit from that. So let's chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now, let us meditate a little bit. Firstly, I ask you to visualize like a flame upon your third eye. Take your hand, just touch your third eye and put your hand down. Visualize a flame, and within that flame, in the middle of the flame, let your mind travel within that flame. See the beloved Lord inside it. See Shri Krishna, Srimad Narayana, or any of your Ishtadev inside that flame. And when you see them, let that flame, that light shine brighter and brighter. Bring that light to your eyes, the right one first and the left one. Let it purify your sight. Bring the light to your nose, let it purify your breathing, the sense of smell. Bring the light to your mouth, let it purify the sense of taste. Bring it to your ears, let it purify the sense of hearing. Bring the light to your hand, let it purify the sense of touch. Bring the light to your feet, let it purify your path. Bring the light to the heart, let it shine brighter throughout your body. And chant with me. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev, everybody. So, I hope you're all fine and you had a wonderful weekend. And not to waste time, Jagopa will ask you a question.
Guruji, we know that we must do our best to fulfill God's and Guru's will. But when we do our seva, how do we know when to keep pushing to get a task done and when to just let it go and trust that it is God's will?
That's a tricky question, actually. So, in your question, you are in one way, you're saying that you have to do everything, by yourself. And second, you're saying when will allow God to do what He have to do. Firstly, I will say, in my experience, God do everything. There is not a single time which He's not doing anything. We praise our ego, and we flatter it, and say that yes, we have achieved something in life. There is this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse 33. Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, stand and obtain the fame and glory, conquer thy enemy, and enjoy the kingdom, conquer the enemy, enjoy the kingdom, move forward with your life, for these enemy of yours has been killed already by me. And the next verse that he said, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, and Karna, you don't need to fear. These great warriors, they have already been slain by me. Be victorious. That two verse of Bhagavad Gita, which I find very beautiful, but explain clearly. Here Bhagwan directly is saying to Arjuna, you don't need to worry about anything. You just merely have to stand up, to lift your bow and act. In verse 33 he said, just know that everything has been taken care of. You just need to act and be victorious about it. So when we analyze that verse, when we see what Bhagwan is saying so directly to Arjuna, he said, yes, conquer, have name, fame, enjoy what I'm giving you. Fear nothing. When we look at our life, when we see, but in our life, we are so much attached to our ego, we are so much attached to, I am doing this, I'm doing that. But in reality, no. Everything, have been already planned in a way to bring you where you have to be. So here Bhagavan is saying to Arjuna, yes, I'm giving you that. They all have been enslaved by the all great course of time itself. Time have already changed for these people. It's not the same, Even they are mighty, you should not fear them. I am in control of everything. You just need to act. Here again, he remind him, in that two verse, he remind Arjuna, but you have just to act. The same, he reminding in our life, But we are here to act and leave everything up to him. You see, when we look at all the great achievement, which have the world achieved, in this, time, camera, radio, all plane, computer, and so on, everybody claim the achievement for that. But we forget that behind this great achievement, The Lord have provided the most essential of everything. Electricity, iron, air, the element, fire, and all this. Without these primordial elements itself, the achievement of all these things will be nothing. So what is behind these achievements? Here we're claiming the ego is so big, we claim, yes, I have done this, I have achieved that, I have made this, I, mine is just a play of the ego, But when we see deeply, when we sit down, the great mind who, when they sit down, they perceive that behind this all the great thing that have happened, there is the hand, the invisible hand of God behind everything. He has planned everything. In everything what we do, everything what everybody do in life, there is His guiding hand behind there, which very often people doesn't realize it, but He's there with each one. All the great achievement, what it is really, it is just an assemble and reassemble of things which God have provided, which is already there. We just take it and mix it and make something out of it. And then yet we say, yes, we have achieved something, we have created something new. This is only Him which is acting. You have to act, He provide. And this is what, when we really realize that, we'll see that in each moment of your life, especially as a devotee, will realize that you are never alone. You have to act, you have to do what you have to do. Fear nothing in life. Many great things will, many people will be against you, many people will be for you. It doesn't matter at the end. You will leave everything here, you will go. But what you achieve, look at Krishna, what he said, Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, and Karna. Why do you think he mentioned these four? Because these four are the great pillar itself. He didn't mention about Duryodhana, nothing. No, because look, Drona is a great archer. Bhishma can die whenever he wants. Jayadratha, he was cursed whenever his head fall down, the person's head also will explode and fall down the same. And of course, Karna, he had the divine weapon, and he had the divine weapon from Indra. So they are the great personality, you see. But Krishna said that these people have already been eliminated by me. But even here, Arjuna is listening, but he can't hear. He listens what Krishna is saying, but he can't hear it clearly. Because his mind is still seeing the outside reality of things. They don't perceive that the Lord, who have already changed the course of time itself, for them, they're already gone. So like that, when we analyze this, is such a beautiful verse itself, where is our ego into that when the Lord is taking care of each thing of your life? You just need to learn to trust Him. You have, when we use the word surrender, surrender is just a word, It is everything actually. It is saying, I know you are with me, and I know that you are doing everything for me. I'm just here to act, to love you, to serve you, to remind myself of you. Even that myself, it doesn't exist. It's only you that exists. It's only you that it is. Here we are so big with our ego, we have built up such a reality, that we believe that the reality. But how many lives have you built that egoistic reality? Countless of life you have built that reality. There's this beautiful story. Once there was a monk by Nagasen, and he was very wise, and he was always in that blissful state, So one day the king, Malind, invite him. So he sent a messenger to invite him. So the messenger arrived, and said, the king want to invite you to the palace, And he said, okay, who do you want to invite? Me or Nagasen? And he said, well, I guess you're both the same. And I said, no. Nagasen is what you know. Me is what you don't know about. And of course, he saw that the messenger didn't understand anything. Said, okay, fine, I will come with you. Cutting the story short, he jumped into the chariot and off to the palace. So when he arrived to the palace, the messenger rushed quickly to inform the king that the monk he wanted to see, Nagasen, is here. So when when the king came to welcome Nagasen, but before the messenger had said, well, I think this Nagasen is an eccentric person. He's a bit cuckoo, and very weird. He speaks a strange way, So the king said, okay. The king came and welcomed him. So as he said to the king, welcome Nagasen, and Nagasen said, oh yes, I'm very happy. So you invited me. But who is this Nagasen? The Nagasen is not here. Who is Nagasen? Nagasen don't exist. It's a name which had been given to him, which is called Nagasen. So who are you inviting truly? Are you inviting the one which presides within everyone, or you're inviting the one which you perceive in the outside? And the king could not understand anything. He said, but I thought both of you're the same, no, the same person. I said, no, it's not the same person. Then he said, pointing to the chariot, and he said, do you see, what is it? The king said, it's a chariot. Then he ordered that the horses be removed and pointed. I said, what is it? He said, this is a chariot. Then he dismantled the chariot little by little, but nothing at the end exists. And he still, each time the king said, no, this is not the chariot. So he's pointing to each part of the chariot and said, is this the chariot? I said, no. We said, but before you said, yes, it is the chariot. Now you say, no, it is not the chariot. So the chariot is part of everything combined together, which become the chariot. So like that, he said, Nagasen, what you see outside, is a combination of many. If you take each limb out, Nagasen will not exist. So what prevailed within, that which is the real Nagasen itself, So the Atma itself, it's what God act through. This is what is the real self. So like that, you see, if one mind elevates itself to the divine consciousness, one will perceive that in every action that we do, nature have provided, for everything. We do only a minor part of what nature does. Majority, what happened, nature have already part. Here, Bhagavan, in that verse, what say 33, Krishna have said, I have already done everything. You just need to act. So Bhagavan clearly said in that verse, that in life you must act, you must do what you have to do. And knowing that He is a great provider and He have provided everything and He will bring you where you have to be. I will tell you something. It was amazing. Last weekend, I visited a chateau. And it was funny how we reached to that place. We were 3 times on the road. We were traveling, and then we said, oh, there's a chateau nearby, so shall we go or not? So we went one way, then we missed the road. We went second way, it was not the road, then we see the sign said the other way. So we went again back. Finally, we went to the chateau. We left the entrance of the chateau. We went a bit further. And then we turned the car again. Behind me there were 5 cars, so all of us make a big traffic. Turned the car, enter the entrance of the chateau. As we enter the entrance of the chateau, walking, so we went inside the chateau. It was already late. The main chateau was closed already. So where to go now. The park was open, so we decided to walk a little bit in the park. So either we go left or right. And I said, we stand there, wasting a little bit of time, take picture, all this. So sun was shining, was beautiful sunset, and the chateau was very beautiful. And as we were walking, then we decide, okay, I said, okay, let's take right. So we start walking towards the right side, and we walk. And I will walk randomly out of nowhere. One devotee just say, call us, you know. And it was amazing. The devotee don't live nearby. She lives like a few 100 kilometers away. And funny, she don't have much to live actually, and she's very sick. And it was amazing to see how everything, you know, the divine plan everything. You just need to act. You just need to do what you have to do, you know. But the rest, knowing that, I will say 90% of that is governed by Him when you are in tune with Him. And yeah, so that is the question, and this is the answer of it, you know. To let you do what you have to do, and let the divine act.
Guruji, in the Mahabharata, Bhishma gave up the throne of Hastinapur, but then he stayed on the unrighteous side to protect it. So what does Hastinapur represent for him, and why did he not see that he was fighting on the wrong side, so to say?
I would not say that Bhishma didn't know that he was fighting on the wrong side, you know. But you see, Bhishma was a man which he had given his word, you know, that he will be there to protect Hastinapur, to protect the kingdom, to protect the seat, you know. It's like a Game of Thrones, you know, a little bit. So the throne. So his loyalty is towards that throne, you know. It's not, but then he have given his word for that. That's why he have to stand with his word. He was a man of his word. That's what Krishna pointed at him, said, you are the grand seer, you can always change your word. Nobody can, argue with you. Yeah, so that's why, you know, Bhishma stand for his word. Like it's said in the Hindu tradition, we said, when you give your word to somebody, you must honor this word. If you don't honor the word that you have given, then you are not even able to call yourself a human being. So knowing that, you know, that his dignity, you know, also, let's say, a little bit his pride inside of him, you know, because pride is there. And of course he stands strongly upon that. So that's why he could not change much, actually. But Krishna pointed to him and said, no, you could. You are the grand seer. Everybody respect you. You know, and nobody, even if you change something, nobody will argue with you. Nobody will tell you one time you are wrong, because they know that you are right, but you didn't do that. Also, when Draupadi was dragged into the court, the same thing. You could have stand up and said, no, you can't do that to a woman, you know? But he didn't, because he think that being righteous is to keep on only but his word, whatever he have said. You know, Krishna also have said so many things, but Krishna can show clearly that he's beyond that, you know, that I can change things, you know, because if I create something, I can destroy it also, and I can recreate it. And of course, Bhishma, you can't just say that he was just a normal person. No, he was not a normal person. So that's why. Check good day.
Paramahamsa Vishwananda recommends we keep chanting the name of God every day. Just 15 minutes a day will help you to create an oasis of positivity and divinity in your life. We invite you to submit questions and learn more about Paramahamsa Vishwananda and his Bhakti Marga mission by visiting paramahamsavishwananda.com. Thank you for joining us today. Please join us again for another live Connect with the Divine session every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock Germany time.